Hello and welcome to One Trinity Place here in San Antonio, Texas, where the Tigers will face Hardin-Simmons in the rubber match of what's been a great series. I'm Cole Isaacson covering this one for you today. Brian Yanselson is working at the Alamo Dome with the San Antonio Brahmas, so we wish him and the Brahmas the best of luck, but we've got a good baseball game on hand today. This series is tied at 1, with each of the prior 2 games being decided by only 1 run, so nothing but excitement should be in store for today. The story of the first 2 games was undoubtedly the runners left on base by both teams, with a total of 26 men left on base in Game 2 alone. Both Trinity and Hardin-Simmons have hit the ball well, but haven't been able to cash in on the chances they've had, and they hope to do better today. Here is the Hardin-Simmons lineup that will attempt to do exactly that. It'll be Luke Kirkbride at second base, hitting in the leadoff spot. Cole Antonelli will be hitting behind him, playing in left field. Colby Seltzer hitting third. Gannon Azios in the cleanup spot. Kyler Reed is your designated hitter today. He had some good plays in right field in last game. Sam Bukowski at first base. Carlson Leatherwood and Bryson Holt behind him, behind the dish as well. And Nick Ellington in that final spot. And the Trinity lineup for you. Jack Baker with the glow stick in the leadoff spot. Hunter Nevels getting the start again. Ezra Gore behind him, didn't play yesterday. Brandon Nelson once again is a designated hitter spot. It'll be Kai Tinker, then Michael Lustina getting his first action of the day. Cal Coney, Trey Verver, and Mac McNaney, his first start behind the dish.
Second baseman, number 1, Luke Kirkbride.
Jackson Tier up for the Trinity Tigers once again after a great outing last Sunday. The weather is fine here in the Alamo City, and we are underway from One Trinity Place. It's that first pitch outside. Jackson Tier, very good start last Sunday, went 7 innings, only allowing 1 run as that pitch will miss to the inside part of the plate. That one a little low. Jackson Tier, complete command of that strike zone last Sunday, hoping to do more of the same today. That one right down the middle, and that'll be a called strike. Ooh, misses inside, and he'll lose him. First at bat, first walk. That'll be Luke Kirkbride reaching, and the first Hardin-Simmons base runner.
Left fielder, number 4, Cole Antonelli.
You see the replay here. It's missing inside, was going inside a lot. Not able to cash in. So Antonelli got some good plays in left field. Up to bat in second for Hardin-Simmons. Antonelli scoring 2 runs in yesterday's game, the second part of that doubleheader, where Trinity able to come out with the extra innings victory. Swing and a miss there. Able to get the breaking ball in. Jackson Tier working ahead now. 1-2 count, trying to get the first out of the day. And that's just going to be a little outside. Antonelli doing a good job not chasing there. See what Jackson Tier has in store. Loves to challenge these hitters with strikes. And just inside there. And they're going to call it strike 3. inside part of the plate. Say he dotted it. And that will be the first K for Jackson Tier. So it'll bring up the shortstop, Colby Seltzer, the transfer. His first year with the Cowboys. One of the many transfers from Tarleton State on this Cowboys lineup. That one in for strike one. Tier really working that inside part of the plate today. Getting some calls there. We'll see if he goes back to it or not. And not chasing there. And it'll be 1-1. He's worked that breaking ball to the outside in the mix as he's going to check on the runner here. Not in time. Throwing the Kai Tinker, who's getting his first work at first base. His first start, I should say. He's been put in some situations later in ball games, but his first start of the year. And looping breaking ball just high. So 2-1 pitch with one out. Another check on the runner. Jackson Tier, one thing Coach Smith, he said, does so well, manages the game. We talked about the Clayton Kershaw comparison last Sunday. Does everything around the baseball field correctly as a pitcher. Able to get a piece of this one, and it'll be fouled off into the left field bullpen. Hardin-Simmons able to get the 1-0 lead in game one. Fell behind 4-0. Able to win that first game, lost that second game, so maybe a recipe for success for these Cowboys. They were able to drive in that first runner in game one as Tier checks on him again. Third pickoff attempt for Jackson Tier on this at-bat, as it has been a long one. 2-2 count. Seltzer able to foul off the last pitch. And that'll be a strike. He rings him up finally. I thought that was strike three. Didn't give the signal. And it is, so that'll be the second out of the inning for Trinity. Able to locate that pitch and get him looking. So Gannon Azios up now. The junior from Cedar Park, Texas. That breaking ball to the outside. Jackson Tier, you see his stats on the screen. 6 Ks in 7 innings against Birmingham Southern in the only game that weekend the Tigers won. That pitch outside again, 2-0 count. Did a great job against what was a potent offense in the Panthers, as the Tigers able to ride that wave to a 6-2 victory, largely thanks to a Nick Lazera 3-run homer. And swing and a miss. So Tier able to get one down the middle, get it by him, a little movement on that pitch. Trying to find a way to get this final out and keep a 0 on the board. As I'm going to say, that pitch was low and outside. So 3-1, in danger of losing him here. And that's a strike called. Looping breaking ball into the zone. We talk about it on the broadcast pretty consistently, always so dangerous when you can loop that breaking ball into the zone and then put it outside. We'll see what he does here for the punchy pitch, and he gets him on the breaking ball. Swinging over it, Jackson Tier gets a K to end the inning as the Tigers keep the Cowboys scoreless. We'll be back on Tiger Network after this. We'd like to welcome you back to the sunny day in the Alamo City. We've had some gray skies recently. Good that the sun decided to make an appearance for this Sunday game, as Jack Baker will step into the batter's box going against Brandon Bain. Took one of the 3 losses for Hardin-Simmons last week. As Baker will take the first pitch, it'll be strike 1. It'll locate that one. First start for Jack Baker this weekend. Christian Holloway got the nod at third base in the prior 2 games. As Baker able to get a piece of this one. And it'll be caught! What a play by the center fielder there. Able to range over. I thought it was going to hit the gap. Not able to get down. Unbelievable catch there. So a tough out for Jack Baker there. It'll bring up Hunter Nevels with several RBIs in yesterday's game. That pitch low but in the zone for strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch. Down and away. Hunter Nevels, big impact in yesterday's game. Several RBIs, as I said. Only 1 career at-bat last season. He's able to get a piece of this one. Cleanly fielded by Bain. Able to get the easy out at first base. And Brandon Bain able to get some help from his defense and then able to play defense on that one. So now Ezra Gore, who has yet to have a hit this season, had a hitting streak of 31 consecutive games. And yet to have one now. So he hopes to keep that hitting streak alive for this season. Going to ground out there in a quick inning for Brandon Bain. Able to clean through the Tigers. We've gone through a quick first here on Tiger Network. We'll be back for the second. And welcome back. We're here for second inning action on Tiger Network. 2 scoreless half innings in the first as Jackson Tier back on the mound trying to do it again. As strike called there. Pitching doing a great job limiting these opposing offenses, but Trinity been hard pressed to find some runs lately. As strike called there. So Jackson Tier getting ahead 0-2. We'll see what he dials up here, trying to get to strike 3. Goes to the breaking ball, not chasing though. Good job by Kyler Reed there, laying off that one, getting the first ball of the at-bat. Kyler Reed, some great plays defensively, robbing Brandon Nelson of 2 hits on 2 very hard-hit balls. As able to get a piece of that one, but no trouble for Jack Baker, but it'll barely go foul. Thought it might have stayed fair from that angle, but able to hop over that line, and we'll do it again. Kyler Reed, a freshman, making a very good impression to start the season for these Cowboys. With his defense, now trying to do with his offense as he takes ball 2 there. Seeing Jackson Tier trying to work around the outside of the zone. Really loves to challenge him with strikes. Tries to do it there, just going to miss outside. And he'll bring up a full count. Trying to work around the outside, trying to avoid missing over the middle of the plate. Coach Smith saying he got away with some of that stuff. His last outing is, that's going to be ball 4. Loses it on a low pitch. McNaney did his best attempt to frame that one, but once again, the lead off at bat gets on as that pitch clearly low. So Jackson Tier walking each of the leadoff hitters. And it'll bring up Sam Buczkowski. And strike 1 there. Hitting 300 in this young season. 2 runs scored for Buczkowski. As that pitch located in the zone, that'll be a strike. Jackson Tier, the quote from him, meeting with them a while ago, said, "I want to beat these hitters, and I don't want to beat myself. I have to make these hitters beat me." That slider outside for a 2-1 count. Last inning, Tier letting the first man on with a walk, just like he did this inning. Able to get the next 3 out in a row. He checks on the runner. And that pitch low. Jackson Tier trying to get the first out of this inning. Through 114 pitches last Sunday. He's going to get on top of that one. And easy play for Jack Baker, able to get the out. But the runner will advance. So Buczkowski able to do his job there, get that runner over. As Hardin-Simmons, a runner in scoring position, that's been a big issue for them. Hit 171 last weekend with runners in scoring position. As we said in the open, a lot of men left on base with both of these teams. 15 for Hardin-Simmons in game 2. As, strike called. Said it got that outside part of the plate. And Tier able to start ahead in this one. And ground ball there. And that'll get through. Base hit there, and that's going to score a run. So Hardin-Simmons able to take the 1-0 lead. That squeaked through the infield. We'll see the replay here. Breaking ball going to bounce right through short and second. And that'll score a run as Hardin-Simmons, we talked about their woes with runners in scoring position, not showing up there as they start out with the 1-0 lead. Tier missing on that one. So Hardin-Simmons started off with the lead in game 1. Couldn't get the lead in game 2 until the top of the 10th, but Trinity came storming back to win that one. That pitch low. So Jackson Tier already allowing as many runs as he allowed in his 7 innings of work last Sunday. And that is 1. These Cowboys are going to try and wrangle in more runs. That one could be 2. Coney has it over the Tinker, over the Kai Tinker, and that is 2. A double play turned by Trinity and able to get out of it. 1-0, no further damage done on Tiger Network. And welcome back to this broadcast on Tiger Network. 1-0. Hardin-Simmons able to cash in on some runs as Brandon Bain back out there for another inning of work. We going against Brandon Nelson, the cleanup hitter in this lineup, leadoff hitter for this inning. As that located for a strike, that'll even up the count. Brandon Nelson, the sixth game for Trinity. All six he started at DH. Hit the ball well yesterday, robbed of 2 base hits. And able to get a piece of that one, and an easy play made in center field. Ellington there to make the catch. Not as good as the one he made in the first inning, but all counts the same for 1 out. As Kai Tinker, the last part of a double play turned by Trinity to end the inning, trying to find some momentum off of that. First start of the year, as they'll turn this one foul. Being able to get through that inning really quickly. Trying to do more of the same here. Off to a good start with already 1 out as he misses outside. As turns a foul again, it'll be 1-2. Trinity rocking the anthracite uniforms for the first time this season. Hardin-Simmons in their black uniforms. And we'll see how they do in the anthracite. As that pitch outside, good take by Tinker. Very hard to hold up in that situation with 2 strikes. Trinity 1-0 in the black, 1-1 in the maroon, 0-2 in the white jerseys, and TBD in the anthracites. As Tinker able to stay alive there, fouls that one off. So we will do it again. And low pitch. Tried to swerve it in there. Get Tinker swinging. But able to hold up and work this count full. Just trying to get some base runners for Trinity. Have not had any in the 1.1 they've played. As able to get a piece of that one, and that'll get down into right field. Tinker will hold up at first, and the Tigers have their first hit of the day. A full count hit for Kai Tinker. And the Tigers trying to make something happen. Able to get a fastball. Able to fight it off, and the big thing from that at-bat, he was just able to stay alive. And with that, able to get on base. As Michael Lustina up to bat for Trinity. Tinker checked in on. Lustina, his first action of the season, wearing number 19 in gray. As that pitch outside. Some confusion with the number on our roster as Michael Lustina listed as number 21. Number 19 is Alex Binn's number. He was one of the relief pitchers as runner checked on. But that is Michael Lustina, the sophomore from Austin, Texas in there. Did not play at all last season, but in for his first action with the Trinity Tigers. As Tinker gonna go. And oh, not able to escape the tag. He thinks he did. Looked like he got him there. Tinker not going anywhere. And we'll check the replay. And safe call made. Says he was able to evade the tag. A great job swerving there. Looked like he would have touched him with his glove, but not so. And the Tigers have a runner in scoring position. A strike one called there. This Tigers working a lot on base running over the week. Trying to find ways to generate offense on the turf. They feel like from their experiences at Concordia, that turf is going to limit runs. And the Tigers are going to argue for a balk because he turned and did not throw, but none will be assessed, as that's the new rule in Division III. When you turn, you have to throw. Ground ball here. Tinker's going to have to stay at second, and the easy play made at first. Buchkowski able to catch that one. Azios, a good job defending at third base. And that'll be the second out of this inning. Good job collecting that one by Azios and able to rifle it in there, making it the easy play for Buchkowski. So now it will be Cal Coney. Made his first start at second base, now at shortstop. His natural position. Was an all-region shortstop in his senior year of high school in Los Angeles. First year, getting his first start at shortstop. As checking on the runner, Tinker able to get back. Cal Coney, first career hit as a Trinity Tiger yesterday. Able to drive in the first run of the game. Started off Trinity getting to a 4-0 lead. Hardin-Simmons able to battle back in that one as that pitch is outside. Able to battle back. Take a 5-4 lead in the 10th inning, but Trinity able to get 2 in the bottom of the 10th to walk it off for their second win of the year, trying to get their third and head in to the series against Babson, 500. As Coney gets a piece of that one, and that'll get in. Down for a base hit. Tinker will come around, and he will score, and this is a tie game. Cal Coney, another RBI added on to his totals. And Trinity ties the game at 1. Coney able to go down and get that one. And able to get it into center field for a base hit. And another RBI for the first year. So the RBI single, able to tie this game up. It'll be Trey Verver now as he looks at strike one. There's a sophomore outfielder from Cedar Park, Texas. And looks at ball one. Trey Verver, watching him in practice, most impressive attribute, definitely his arm from right field. Able to make so many throws and get people out that you think he has no chance. Trying to do some good work in the batter's box as well. Working with 2 outs and a man on first. Cal Coney able to tie this game up at 1. And takes a look at another one as he has the advantage 3-1 now. And Brandon Bain, let's see what he gives them. And takes a look at ball 4, loses Verver, and the Tigers have 2 men on base and 1 in scoring position. Brandon Bain trying to get out of this one. It'll be the catcher, Mac McNaney, his first at-bat of the season. Nick Lazera catching the prior 5 games of the year. As takes a look at strike one down the middle. Nick Lazera, a very impact player for them, but giving them some much-deserved rest. And same pitch, same result. 0-2 count. Ben trying to get out of this one. Or Bain trying to get out of this one. Takes a look at Coney at second. And that pitch outside. Good take by McNaney. McNaney, the sophomore from Albuquerque. And gets a piece of it. We'll see if that goes into foul territory or not. It will land in the bullpen, so he will stay alive off that one. No play for Leatherwood there in right field. So 1-2 pitch here. McNaney trying to add on to this Trinity run total, trying to give him the lead. And that's strike three, able to ring him up. So getting out of this inning is Bain with limited damage done, but Trinity able to tie the game at 1 here in the Alamo City. We'll be back for the third inning after this. And back for the third inning here on Tiger Network. 1-1 game. Both teams able to knock one in the second. And it'll be Ellington, the center fielder, who's made some very athletic plays defensively. Take strike one there from Jackson Tier. Ellington, that phenomenal catch to rob Jack Baker of what would have been a leadoff, at least double. As he takes one low there. One pitch coming up for Jackson Tier. And able to get a piece of that one. Puts it into right field, and the leadoff runner will reach again. So third time in 3 innings, the leadoff Cowboy has gotten on for Hardin-Simmons. Going to leak in the middle of the zone. And able to get good contact on that one. So now Luke Kirkbride as we reach the top of the Cowboys order once again. We touched on it yesterday on the broadcast. Used to play shortstop for these Cowboys, but switched to second base, wanting to make room for the transfer. Colby Seltzer shows bunt, but backs out of it and takes ball 1. But such a valuable piece in this lineup, they did not want to kick him off of it. Wanted him to have a spot playing in the infield, so he plays second now. And Kirkbride doing a very good job as he checks on the runner. Tier does. We've seen a lot of that. Worried about the base running for Hardin-Simmons. And breaking ball, able to get him. Runner goes and in time. So gets the strikeout and catches him stealing all in one. Breaking ball going to swing over, and McNaney does a great job throwing it right where Jack Baker needs it to get the tag. Tried to dodge it similarly to how Kai Tinker did, but not able to do so, and the Tigers 2 quick outs. And swinging over that one. That's my mistake. I thought he struck out on that prior pitch. Strikes out there, though. Just 1 pitch later, so now 2 outs for Trinity. So a quick turn of events there. Hardin-Simmons had a base runner, and now down to their final out with nobody on. It's Cole Antonelli trying to get on, extend this 3rd inning for Hardin-Simmons. Hitting .364 on the season and swings over that one. Jackson Tier doing a great job using that curveball. Using that breaking ball to the outside and over the middle. Able to get hitters to swing over it. As that one popped up. Who's going to get it? It'll be Trey Verver making the final out of the inning. A quick one for Jackson Tier. His defense helping him out. Mac McNaney able to catch the runner stealing. That's one of the outs, and that is the end of the top of the 3rd. And we'll be back on Tiger Network. And welcome back to this broadcast on Tiger Network. Bottom of the 3rd about to start. Talked about the Trinity offense struggling to get in runs recently. Last season, only 2 losses when the opposition scored 4 or fewer runs. This season, already 2. As Jack Baker will lead off this inning. Flew out to center. Thought he might have found the gap, but able to make a great catch was Ellington. It was Baker squared up to bunt, but able to drop it back and take ball 1. Jack Baker working with a bat you can't miss. Call it the glow stick, bright orange. He hates the color, but he loves the bat, so he keeps it. Squares up to bunt again and takes it for ball 2. These Tigers worked a lot on bunting this past week. Bunt coverage as well. Was able to take it for strike 1. Did not drop down the bunt there, so we'll see if he does it again this at bat. 2-1 count. And Jack Baker able to foul that one off. One of his best attributes, great hands, able to touch everything. Able to stay alive in at-bats. That's why they love him at the top of the order. Able to extend pitchers of especially valuable, as Brandon Bain has had some very quick innings. And low pitch there will make this a full count. Trying to get the leadoff man on for Trinity. And Baker able to rip that one into left field. It'll get down for a base hit. And Jack Baker able to get on, and Trinity a good start to the inning. So it'll bring up Hunter Nevels. As Nevels, 3 RBIs in the game yesterday on 2 hits, all of them critical. He drove in half the team's runs. He squares up to bunt, more likely with Baker at first. And pulls back, takes strike 1. As Trinity trying to drive in runs against what has looked like a confident Hardin-Simmons defense. 9 errors in their first weekend of play, only 1 yesterday. As we'll check in on Jack Baker there. Only 1 error yesterday, and it was on a throw. Trying to catch somebody stealing. So not even a fielding error. As Nevels gets a piece of this one, but that will go very far foul. A long strike, and it's 0-2. Hunter Nevels, converted pitcher, similar to Trey Verver in that he has a very strong arm. So both of them playing left and right field. Pitch in and a swing and a miss. So Bain able to get Hunter Nevels and get that first out of the inning. And it'll bring up Ezra Gore. So Ezra Gore still looking for his first hit of the season. All the confidence in the world that he can do it sometime today. As Bain will check in on Jack Baker once again. Pitch in, Gore, did he check his swing? They say yes, appealing. And they're going to say yes, he did. Looked like he held up from here, but tough to tell with a center field angle. Ezra Gore able to hold up there. Gets a piece of this one. Goes to deep left field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. Gore able to scamper to second. Baker able to go all the way to third. A double for Ezra Gore, and that is his first hit of the season. Couldn't tell where that was going to go. Able to get it on the end of his bat. And drops it just short of the wall. Also a possibility that, at least from that angle, looking at it live, that was going to be a ground rule double, able to stay in as it hits off the wall. We mentioned that yesterday on the broadcast, a lot more ground rule doubles just because these balls are going to take higher hops off the turf. Not one there, though. It'll bring up Brandon Nelson. Runners in scoring position, take strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. 11 men left on base for Trinity, trying to capitalize on more of their opportunities. A big one here to bring in some runners with 1 swing. And takes a pitch there. That must have been high, as that looked more inside than the last one that was called a strike. 1-1 count either way. Brandon Nelson, the only lefty in this lineup, very righty-centered lineup, as Nelson gets a piece of it but fouls it off. Going with as many righties as they possibly could, basically, going against Brandon Bain, a left-handed pitcher. A lot of lefties, valuable lefties on this Tigers lineup. For example, Ty Preston taking a seat today. But Brandon Nelson remaining in there, designated hitter. Swings over that one. Gets away from the catcher, and he'll have to throw him out, and that will be the second out of the inning. Great pitch there. Ran away from Brandon Nelson and gets him an extended swing. Still couldn't get a piece of it. It'll bring up Kai Tinker now. Kai Tinker 1 for 1 today. Able to get the first hit for Trinity on the day. And takes that one. Strike on the inside part of the plate. His first two games decided by 1 run on either end. This one looking similar. Tinker able to get a piece of that one. And it'll get down. Throw not in time as Ezra Gore and Jack Baker are both brought in, and Trinity takes a 3-1 lead. Kai Tinker, 2 RBI single, able to go down and get that one. And tough to tell on that angle with the ball being so small, as it naturally is, but drops in front of the center fielder, and it's going to score 2 runs. Valuable for Trinity to get ahead and bring those runners from scoring position in, cashing in on their opportunities. And it'll bring up Michael Lustina. Kai Tinker at first base. The 2 RBI single to put the Tigers up 2 runs. Getting some run support for Jackson Tier. He saw a lot of it, 6 runs last Sunday against Birmingham Southern. As that pitch, called strike, just on that outside edge. Brandon Bain trying to get out of this one with no further damage. Let the 2 runners score. As that one drops below the zone. 2-1 count. A lot of Tigers getting their first action, 3 of them in particular, Lustina being one of them that has not played this year, getting their chance. So 3-1 count. We'll see what Bain dials up for Lustina. And takes ball 4. Borderline pitch, able to take it. And the Tigers have 2 on once again. And it'll bring up Cal Coney. 2 RBIs in 2 games with Trinity. As they're going to have a visit here. As Holt and Bain will chat. Head coach coming out. We'll see. This is a talk or a change. As that pitch low, as you see on your replay. Does not look like the baseball is being taken from Bain as of now. As the infield comes in, and Bain will remain in there, believing that he can get this last out and get out of here. With no further damage done, Cal Coney, as we've seen, a threat to hit successfully with runners in scoring position. First year out of Los Angeles, California, already making an impact with a doubleheader. Coach Scannell wanted to see what he could do. Played very well. And getting another chance today. Strike 1 called there. As you would think, a critical moment in the game. Cal Coney trying to extend the Trinity lead to, you would think, at least 1 more if he gets a base hit here. And check on the runner. He got him in time. Lustina gets nabbed at first And Hardin-Simmons able to get out of the inning with 2 Tigers left stranded. Seen so many pickoffs in this one, it just feels routine. But such a large lead for Michael Lustina, not able to get back in time, and Hardin-Simmons able to get out of the inning on Tiger Network. And welcome back for the top of the 4th. Colby Seltzer up to bat for the Cowboys, as he'll foul that one off. Latier starting 0-1, where he wants to be. There's a lot of strikes, but we've noticed today working more on that outside part of the plate. Coach Smith felt he let some stuff leak over the middle and got away with it last Sunday, trying to refine his craft. As outside part of the plate, going to get strike 2. As Tier's 50th pitch of his outing proves to be a success through 114 pitches last Sunday. As that pitch outside, said he felt worn out after that, but I'm sure he was taking the necessary steps to get back on the mound as he looks solid today, only allowing 1 run so far. Breaking ball fought off. Able to stay alive is Seltzer. One-two pitch. Gets him for strike 3. Breaking ball in the zone, swings over it again, and that has been a very successful pitch for Jackson Tier. We saw this last Sunday, able to locate that breaking ball in multiple spots in the zone and below it, and prove successful here. It's called strike there. Oh, 1 pitch coming up for Gannon Azios, third baseman for these Hardin-Simmons Cowboys. Strike 2 called there. Feels like a good time to mention that Frank is once again in the building. Nick Lazara holding Frank, taking him to the bullpen, and Jackson Tier getting to pet him. As that one's fouled off. So maybe some of Frank's good luck rubbing off on Jackson Tier today. Having a good outing so far. One out, 1-2 pitch for Tier coming up. Gets on top of it. We'll see what this is going to be, and they're going to let it go foul. Would have been a tough play to make had they let it stay fair. But we'll do it again at 1-2. Sometimes the right thing to do to let that dribble foul, as that would have been a tough play to grab it and throw to first, though it looked like they could have made it. Tier using the breaking ball in key situations like this. We'll see if he goes back to it. And strike 3. 6K of the day for Jackson Tier. Another breaking ball and another strikeout. Out number 2, able to locate it on that outside part of the plate. As Kyler Reed, the designated hitter today, comes up for the Cowboys of Hardin-Simmons. Gets a piece of that, but fouls it off. And good location there. Inside part of the plate for strike 2, getting ahead 0-2. And another breaking ball, swing and miss. McNaney picks it up, finishes the job, and finishes the inning. 7 Ks for Jackson Tier as he ends this 4th with a 3-1 Tiger lead. And welcome back to baseball on Tiger Network. Cal Coney leading off this inning for Trinity as Michael Lustina was the final out of the inning, picked off at first. So Coney gets another chance as first pitch in the zone for a strike. Already an RBI today for Cal Coney. 1 for 1. And gets a piece of that one. Fouls it behind him. So strike 2 for the first year from California. Able to get his opportunity in a Tiger uniform and make the most of it. Someone they hope to be a key part of this team for many years to come. That pitch on the outside. Able to take that one. It looked like it might have swerved back into the zone. It was close, but outside. And that one, another good take from Coney. 2-2 pitch. Brandon Bain staying in this game. Had a chat with Coach Coleman in the last inning, able to get out of a jam thanks to a pickoff attempt. And swing and miss there. Throws to first and finishes the job, and it is a 1 out in this 4th inning. Coney not able to get on there. Good pitch from Bain, getting the swing and miss. So Trey Verver up now for Trinity. Now that pitch on the inside popped up and handled there. Buchkowski catching that one, and a quick out One pitch at bat for Trey Verver. And after some trouble in the previous inning, Brandon Bain mowing through these Tigers hitters. And here's the catcher, McNaney, up for Trinity. As that one will go to the shortstop, over to Buchkowski, and a quick inning for Brandon Bain. Able to mow through Trinity's lineup. That's the end of 4. We'll be back on Tiger Network. And welcome back to the Alamo City here on Tiger Network. Trinity with the 3-1 lead as we enter the top of the 5th. It'll be Buchkowski up to bat. Gets a piece of this one. Popped up. And no issues there for Kai Tinker. 1 pitch, 1 out for Jackson Tier, exactly the way he wants to start this inning. As both of these pitchers, Brandon Bain and Jackson Tier, making quick work of these batters so far. So now Leatherwood up to bat. As a high breaking ball, gonna miss. As that pitch in there for strike 1. Jackson Tier able to throw 7 innings last Sunday. See how far he can go today. As that pitch in there for strike 2. Locates it on that inside part of the plate. Really changing where his pitches are thrown all over the box as he gets a piece of that one, fouled off. Jackson Tier working ahead. Was for him and any other pitcher the place where they want to be. Let's use that breaking ball in this situation, see if he does it again. Yes, he does. Able to get a piece of it. Calcone has it, and over to Tinker. Not in time, though. A good 90 there from Leatherwood, able to reach. So that'll probably be recorded as an infield hit for Leatherwood. As that throw just not in time. Want that good 90 anytime you're running the bases, and he gets it there. It saves Hardin-Simmons an out. So now it's going to be Bryson Holt. Bryson Holt catching today as Jet Forrest, the usual Cowboys catcher, out with a broken nose. Suffered in practice trying to catch a pop fly. as they hope Jet Forrest is going to be back as soon as possible. Such a critical part of their lineup, 12 home runs last season. And a good job by McNaney blocking that one, keeping that runner at first. Trinity hoping that their all-star catcher can be back. Tyler Pettit, all-conference last season for Trinity. Hoping that he can be back for the Tigers. As that ball in play, and it's going to be lost. Michael Lustina couldn't get the handle on it. And we'll see if that goes down as an error, as another Cowboy able to reach. We'll see here on the replay. Lustina coming in, trying to make the tough play from third base. Reads it well, but just going to lose the handle on that baseball, and that'll be one he wants back. So a tough break here, as the Tigers are going to have to try and get out of this. And the Cowboys will try and capitalize. It's Ellington up, already 1 for 1 in this game. And that pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. So some trouble here for the Tigers. And once again, feel the need an important situation here for Hardin-Simmons, a runner in scoring position. That pitch low. Able to cash in on it earlier in this game. That's the one run they have. Able to drive in a runner from second base, but some issues with that throughout the weekend and last weekend. Big reason for their 1-4 start. Gets a piece of this one. It'll go foul. That one rifled into their own bullpen. So 1-2 pitch here. Breaking ball, just high. No, located it. Strike three for Jackson Tier. Another breaking ball. This one taken. And the ump's able to ring him up. Locating that breaking ball in the zone, above the zone and below the zone, wherever he wants it in a key situation. Jackson Tier has it working for him today. That's 8 strikeouts for Jackson Tier. Only been here in Trinity a month, transferred this semester. Says the transition has gone seamlessly. Checks on the runner at second, not in time. Says that this has been a very welcoming environment. We talked about this a little last Sunday, that recruiting process, as Trinity tried to get him to be a part of their team last season. As this one fouled off. Felt that Coach Dave Smith and Tim Scannell felt that they already had kind of a working relationship with Jackson Tier. He decided to go to A&M Kingsville, a Division II program, but ends up transferring to his hometown in San Antonio with the Trinity Tigers, and he's here on the mound today. 0-1 pitch for Jackson Tier. Locates it. Runner to third. And he gets him. Tried to take third, not having any of it. Second caught runner today for Hardin-Simmons. And this one, an inning ender. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th on Tiger Network after this. And welcome back to One Trinity Place here in San Antonio, Texas. Trinity has the 3-1 lead, but Brandon Bain back on the mound after a really quick inning of work. It'll be the top of the Trinity lineup, Jack Baker, and his glow stick set to lead it off. As that pitch outside. Baker 1 for 2 today. Could easily be 2 for 2. Ellington robbed him in center field of what would have been a double in all likelihood. As Baker gets a piece of this one. High fly ball. And taken care of by Leatherwood for the first out of the inning. So Baker getting some strong contact on the baseball today. 2 flyouts though. And it'll bring up Hunter Nevels. Nevels 0 for 2 today, but 3 RBIs in his prior outing. Continuing to add on to his at-bat totals, only had 1 all of last season, converting to playing offense instead of pitching. And doing a very good job driving in runs for Trinity as he takes that one outside. As Nevels getting a piece of that one. Getting his opportunity. When you talk about players playing wherever they are needed, Nevels hitting and has pitched. So he is just taking opportunities wherever they are presented to him. Gets a piece of this one. Fouls it off for strike 2. We're just finding ways to get into the lineup, and now in the 2 spot for Trinity in this lineup. A deep one. There's lots of Tigers in here that we would not normally see still producing today for 3 runs. Takes that one on the outside, borderline. Bain wanted it, but not going to get it, and the count will be full. Neville's able to fight that one off and stay alive. These Trinity bats starting to wake up after a game 1 that they were not happy with offensively. Neville's pops that one up. Play will be made in right field. Leatherwood able to take care of that one. He has recorded the 2 outs of this inning. But Coach Tim Scannell talking about wanting to take the simplicity of what hitting is from the batting cage into the batter's box. And few better at exactly that than Ezra Gore. Got his first hit of the season today, a double. Ended up scoring the 2nd run for Trinity. Strike 1 called there. So unusual that he hadn't had a hit last weekend or yet this weekend, but able to get a knock in today. Takes that one on the outside part of the plate. Bain up to 73 pitches. He's had to do some work in some innings, but overall pretty smooth sailing for him. 1 inning really got the better of him, and that's going to account for a good chunk of that pitch count there. 74 now through 5. Or nearly 5. Gore gets a piece of this one, but no chance for anyone to make a play on it. That'll even the count at 2. Gore gets a piece of this one, but the play made by Bain to end the inning. So another quick one for Brandon Bain. That'll be the end of 5 here on Tiger Network. We'll head to the 6th next. And welcome back to Trinity University. This brand new turf field. Only the second series of baseball played on it. Trinity trying to knock in its third win of the season, up 3-1. As able to get a piece of that one. And play made there defensively for Trinity. Kirkbright, one pitch, one out. He'll be sent back to the dugout as Trinity starts this sixth inning off to a good start. So Antonelli up now for Hardin-Simmons. Pitch there, in for a strike. Jackson Tier still looking good this deep into the game. Went 7 innings. So we know he has it in him to go further. Breaking ball fought off by Antonelli, but into himself. So he'll be feeling that one tomorrow. That's 0-2 coming up for Jackson Tier. Pitch outside, tried to get Antonelli swinging, able to take it. Hardin-Simmons, 15 transfer players into the lineup this season. A swing and a miss. Breaking ball low, and another strikeout for Jackson Tier. That's 9 for him on the day. As Jackson Tier is dealing today. Really using that breaking ball effectively with 2 strikes, locating it wherever he wants, as it seems. And these Cowboys hitters don't know what to do with it. Seltzer able to foul that one off. So another count where Jackson Tier will start ahead. A 1 pitch, low for a ball. There's 2 outs already for Jackson Tier. Trying to get number 3 here. Seltzer trying to keep this inning going as Hardin-Simmons needs to start generating some runs, down 2. Low pitch there. And Seltzer will have the advantage 3-1. As I was starting to touch on earlier, Seltzer, one of the many transfers for Hardin-Simmons. As ball 4, Tier will lose him. So he'll get on base. Colby Seltzer, transfer from Tarleton State. Played 3 years at the Division I level. Coach Coleman talking about how he didn't come in with an ego, team guy, and able to come in and really work for Hardin-Simmons. Is that breaking ball still working for Jackson? As Tier able to get ahead 0-1, using it early this time as opposed to its punch-out pitch. Another breaking ball fought off this time. Gannon Azios in the batter's box. Another transfer from Tarleton State. As him and Colby Seltzer knew each other, and now they play next to each other at Hardin-Simmons at third and shortstop. And did he hold up? He's going to get away. So able to make it to first base either way. Seltzer goes to second. Hardin-Simmons, a good opportunity to get right back in this thing. With 2 outs. That one gets by McNaney. So Tier's got some more work to do. Only needs 1 more out. But a lot more to worry about with some runners on the base pads. It'll be Kyler Reed up, trying to take advantage of this opportunity that the Cowboys have been given. As that breaking ball well located on that outside portion of the plate. Strike one for Tier. We saw Hardin-Simmons try and steal third earlier. They were caught. As breaking ball again. 0-2. Tier not really checking in on Seltzer. Not a very large lead either. As that pitch outside. Kyler Reed trying to battle back. Outside pitch again, went back to the breaking ball. Tier a little more work in this inning, unfortunate passed ball. Allowed Gannanazios to reach, and now some trouble. As gets a piece of it, and a play made by Calcone at shortstop. Able to make the play, get it over to second, go the short way to get the out. And the Tigers able to get out of the jam. Jackson Tier working well again, and his defense working well behind him on Tiger Network. And welcome back from that break on Tiger Network. Brandon Nelson up for Trinity. One of the only lefties in this lineup. Actually, the only lefty in this lineup today for the Tigers. And it will still be Brandon Bain. Allowed the 3 runs, on the hook for the loss if the score stays that way. As Nelson takes that pitch outside. Nelson gets a piece of that one. That's going to get down. Gets back to the wall. Nelson's going for second base, and he's going to get there with ease. A stand-up double for Brandon Nelson. Saw that ball was getting back to the wall and able to turn on the jets and get 2 out of it. As you see it on the replay here. Just going to get through that gap and put a man in scoring position for Trinity. So Kai Tinker now trying to bring him in. It was Brandon Nelson able to get on, and the perfect guy up in Kai Tinker. 2 for 2 today. 2 base hits, the second one being good for 2 RBIs, representing 2 of these 3 Tigers runs. As Tinker able to get a piece of that one, and it will not be in time. The defensive play not made. Looked like the ball got stopped before it got to the outfield. Nelson will not be able to advance on that, but Kai Tinker able to be safe at first. And I don't know if we have a replay of that one or not, but let's see exactly what happened. As it'll be Michael Lustina up in the box. We're about to get a look, as that will likely be an error on Gananazios. As ball one for Michael Lustina. So fortunate play there for Kai Tinker. Able to reach. And we'll see what Michael Lustina can do with this opportunity. No outs, 2 men on. And able to fight it off. Correction there. That pitch I called as a ball earlier, actually a strike. So it will be 0-2. As Bain will try and get one step closer to getting out of this jam. As Lustina gets it in. Coming around from second is Nelson. He'll score. Kai Tinker's going to turn the corner. Going to try and go home. Sliding in. He's safe. And Trinity adds 2 more. Lustina running to take third, and he'll get there as well. So Michael Lustina hasn't seen the field all season. Able to make an impact play there. 2 Tigers score, and the lead is now 5-1 Trinity. Slider leaks middle, and Michael Lustina turns on it. Gets what will likely be an RBI double, and then advancing on the throw to home to third base. So reoccurring story. Trinity Tigers, who haven't seen the field all season, making an impact for them. It just shows the depth in this program and in this lineup each day, as they will have a meeting at the mound. And the baseball has been taken from Brandon Bain. That'll be the day for him. On the hook for this one, down 4. A change for the Cowboys. It'll be Caleb Smith pitching for Hardin-Simmons when we come back. And welcome back to Tiger Network. Bottom of the 6th, man on third for Trinity. Cal Coney in the batter's box takes strike 1. Caleb Smith, the new pitcher for Hardin-Simmons. Pitched yesterday. Had only walked 1 batter in 36 innings last season. Walked Corson Hastings yesterday. As that pitch outside. Only just over an inning of work for him. And he's fresh enough to go again today in a big spot, trying to hold this to a 4-run deficit. Coney can't get it through. Good play made there defensively by Luke Kirkbright. the shortstop that moved over to second base, and they are very glad to have him there. A great defensive play to get the first out of the inning. As Coney is going to hit this one really well, diving over and calmly making that play to first. Strike one on Trey Verver. As here's the second opportunity for Trinity. Trying to bring Michael Lustina from third into home to score. Broke this game open. Verver gets a piece of that one. It's going to be a high fly ball. And play made by Leatherwood. But Lustina will tag and score, and Trinity leads 6-1. Good awareness by Trey Verver. Only one out. Just hit it deep, and Lustina can probably tag and score. That is exactly what happens, and the Tigers' bats are looking good. As Matt McNaney will try to keep it going. Here's a replay of the sac fly from Trey Verver, an RBI on the books for him. It's exactly what you need to do in that situation. As McNaney takes the 0-1 pitch takes the pitch for strike one. 0-1 pitch here. Gets a piece of it. McNaney gets it into right field. Going to hold up at first. And the hitting party continues for the Tigers. Up 6-1, trying to extend it. McNaney gets his first hit of the season in his first game of the season, and Jack Baker will represent the top of the order for Trinity. 1 for 3 today. He's made good contact on both at-bats. Take strike one there. As that 6th run charged to Brandon Bain. And Baker fouls this one off, so he'll be down 0-2. 2 outs in this inning. As Hardin-Simmons trying to stop the bleeding now. Man on first for Trinity. Matt McNaney. As good take there. McNaney goes, tries to steal. And he got him. Close play there. Matt McNaney caught stealing, and that will end the inning for Trinity. But not before they're able to cash in, adding 3 runs. So you'll see the replay here. Good throw there by Holt. Able to get the final out of the inning. As the Tigers lead 6-1, adding 3 in the 6th. And welcome back to more baseball on Tiger Network. Jackson Tier set to keep his outing going as you see the tower here at Trinity University. One of the landmarks of this school that we are all happy to call home on Tiger Network. Buchkowski lead this inning off for Hardin-Simmons and gets a piece of that one. We'll see if it finds the gap. Oh, play not made by Trey Verver, almost. Ezra Gore will cover behind him, but it will be a lead-off double for Buchkowski, and a good way to start the inning for Hardin-Simmons. Thought Trey Verver was going to have a chance. Really tough play. Very understandable that he did not make that. Nearly able to catch it. Ezra Gore doing a good job getting behind him, understanding that he's going to need to be there if that ball gets through, and able to hold that to a double. So already able to get to Jackson Tier. It'll be Leatherwood. And good block by McNaney. Able to keep the runner at second as that gets really dangerous. There's a runner in scoring position. Could have easily advanced to third had that gotten past him. It's Carson Leatherwood. 2 for 2 today. Takes that one inside and a strike called. So 1-1 pitch coming up for Jackson Tier. Fouled off as that is pitch number 99. Creeping in on 100 for the second consecutive start. Shows the durability for him. Able to stay in these ball games long enough to get that long, not getting hit. Not allowing a lot of runs. Only the second one he's allowed all season in 2 games. And that's pitch number 100, misses high for ball 2. Trying to go 7 for the second consecutive outing. Gotten a lot of run support as well. For whatever reason, these Tigers showing up on Sundays. 12 combined runs. As that one will get through for a base hit. Wichkowski will come around and score, and Hardin-Simmons able to get one back. It's 6-2. An RBI single for Leatherwood. And he is 3 for 3 on the day. Able to go down and get that off the end of the bat. Finds its way between the shortstop and second baseman. And Hardin-Simmons inching back, and it'll bring up a visit to the mound. Jackson Tier over 100 pitches again. Dave Smith out to visit. Does not take the baseball from Tier, so he'll stay out there believing he can get out of this. A lot of run support to work with. Still a 4-run lead for Trinity. So more opportunities to get out of this inning, but you don't want to let the Cowboys back into this game. They showed how resilient they are, coming back from a 4-0 deficit in the second part of the doubleheader yesterday. Coming all the way back to take the lead 5-4 in extra innings, and Trinity able to get the walk-off win. Hoping it doesn't have to come to that, just able to hang on to this lead as Bryson Holt fouls that one off. Big shoes to fill in Jet Forest. Bryson Holt doing an admirable job behind the plate. As fights that one off. 0-2. Jackson Tier trying to get the first out of this inning. Leatherwood at first. Holt trying to bring him over, put him in the scoring position. Holt gets a piece of that one. It'll get through into right field. Leatherwood will advance to third and is safe on the dive. A single for Bryson Holt. And the Hardin-Simmons Cowboys are in business with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. As these Cowboys starting to wrangle in some hits. And there will be another visit as McNaney coming up to the mound. And the rest of the infield coming in as well. As Tanner Haney, one of those people in, and that'll be the day for Jackson Tier. 6 innings pitched, 2 runs allowed, responsible for the 2 on right now. As a new pitcher will come in for the Tigers, trying to bring this one home on Tiger Network. And welcome back to Tiger Network. Drama here at Trinity, Texas. Runners on the corners for Hardin-Simmons. Clayton Jackson into pitch, trying to get him out of a jam. Pitching game 1 against Birmingham Southern. Able to get him out of a jam there. Trying to do more of the same here. That pitch into the dirt. McNaney able to block it for ball 1. Clayton Jackson came in and was able to get Trinity out of a jam against Birmingham Southern. This one will get through for Hardin-Simmons. That'll score 1. Coming around to third and safe at second. Ellington, an RBI double, putting Hardin-Simmons within 3 of Trinity. Able to find that one, get it through the gap. And Hardin-Simmons able to inch closer. Some defensive substitutions for Trinity that occurred at the beginning of this inning that I did not get to highlight. Jack Baker moving from second base to third base. And Tanner Haney taking his spot at second, his first action of the season. As that pitch in there for ball 1. Top of the 7th, nobody out. 2 people in scoring position. The tying run at the plate for Hardin-Simmons. And strike 1 there for Clayton Jackson. As he pitched 1 scoreless inning against Birmingham Southern. One of those guys that really stepped up last week against the Panthers and their potent offense. Swings through this one. Fastball got by him. 1-2. Jackson trying to get the first out of this inning. Gets a piece of this breaking ball, popped up, and Ezra Gore able to handle it. Throw to home. We'll see if it's in time. And not even close. Able to walk in is Holt. And Hardin-Simmons inching closer and closer. What was a comfortable 5-run lead is now a tense 2-run game. So the sac fly. As Ezra Gore actually threw it over to the third, trying to get the runner there who did not advance. Cole Antonelli takes ball 1. 0 for 3 today, but has a real opportunity to put Hardin-Simmons even closer or potentially tie it. Only 1 out, so a lot of work to do for Clayton Jackson. That pitch outside. So 2-0 coming up for Jackson. Trying to find a way out of this. The resilience of these Cowboys showing once again. This was a 6-1 game, a comfortable Trinity lead, not so much anymore. Wanted it, but able to take. And Antonelli ahead, 3-0 in the count now. A dangerous spot. Definitely don't want to lose him. But at the same time, probably better not to give him something that he can take the other way. And strike 1 called on the outside. Not so sure, but says it catches that outside part of the plate. The base is open at first, so not the worst thing in the world. If he loses them, but won't have to face that yet. A strike 2 called right down the middle. His count is full now. Runner at second will be off. Gets a piece of it, able to foul off and stay alive. Tense moments here at Trinity. As Hardin-Simmons has battled all the way back to make this a ball game again. Trinity looked like they were blowing it open. Able to add on some runs, chase Jackson Tier from the game, and now Hardin-Simmons trying to inch even closer. Fouls it off once again. Antonelli continuing to stay alive. And you wonder if Clayton Jackson's getting frustrated at this point. trying to figure a way out of this one. 3-2. And fights it off. We'll see if they'll have a play on it. No, it'll be into the Hardin-Simmons bullpen, so we will do it again. 3 consecutive pitches fouled off by Cole Antonelli. And if he's able to get a base hit here and Hardin-Simmons wins this game, this is a moment you will look back on. He was able to stay alive, and if he gets a hit here, it will be because he was able to foul off those 3 pitches. Turns on that one and fouled off again. That one he probably wanted to take the other way. An opportunity there to do that. So, round 5, 3-2 pitch. Clayton Jackson will step off, collect himself. Ellington will be off on another 3-2 pitch as Jackson shakes that one off from McNaney. Now ready to go. 3-2, big moment. Gets a piece of it. This one in play and handled by Ezra Gore. The throw to third, not going to be in time, so the runner advances, but ultimately able to get that second out. And a big one at that for Trinity, as that at-bat went on what seemed to be like forever. But able to advance the runner for Hardin-Simmons. Now it'll be Colby Seltzer to drive him in. As ball 1 in on Seltzer. 440 average in this young season. Obviously a very dangerous person at the plate. As that one in the zone, they say. Not so sure about that one. Might just be the camera angle, but that looked inside. Either way, Clayton Jackson will take it. 1-1 pitch coming up. Able to hold up, wanted it. Elevated that pitch. Seltzer able to hold up, and it's 2-1 now. Changing the eye level of the hitter there, going up over the zone. Gets on top of it, a chance to end this inning. Throw to first, in time. Tinker stretches and makes the play, and Trinity gets out of the inning, limiting the damage. Only to 3. Hardin-Simmons able to battle back a little bit. We got a 2-run game. And welcome back to Tiger Network. We hope you had time to stretch during that 7th inning. Jack Baker up representing the top of the Tiger lineup. As that pitch outside for 2-1 count. Baker gets a piece of that one. Trinity was up comfortably 6-1. Now tense moments in the final third of this game. As Baker pops up, and he'll fly out to center, so taken care of. Ellington able to make the play. As that will bring up Hunter Nevels, the junior righty. 0 for 3 today, 3 RBIs yesterday. As it looks like a pinch hit appearance, actually. It'll be Ty Preston in. As he takes that one. Not wearing his usual number 20, but into pinch hit. As Coach Scannell seeing that they need runs, trying to add on as the Cowboys are storming back. 0-2 pitch here. Outside, good take by Preston. Ty Preston hitting .400 on this young season. Has a hit in every game he's appeared in. Two count here. As Preston gets a piece of that one out to left field, makes the play. Cole Antonelli loses the hat but gets the baseball and retires Ty Preston for the second out of the inning. As Caleb Smith making quick work of this lineup, trying to get it back to his offense as soon as possible, considering the success they've been having. But Ezra Gore, a big challenge up now for Trinity, as Caleb Smith has had to work through the teeth of this Tigers lineup. Gore gets a piece of that one, and the play made at center. Ellington able to retire Gore. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Caleb Smith. Nope, I read that very wrong. I apologize, folks. That ball was able to get down. Gore reaching. As you'll see on the replay here, I thought the play was made. It was caught off the hop. I did not see the baseball against the reflective turf. As Nelson fouls that one off. I saw Ellington making the catching motion, but it was off the hop from the turf, as that's where the sun is at its most power in terms of reflecting off the field. So Gore gets the single to keep this inning alive. Brandon Nelson up as that pitch is high, and it'll be 1-1. And he'll check on Gore, always a threat to steal, able to get back in time. Ezra Gore at first. 2 outs, 1-1 count. Trinity trying to add on to the 6-4 lead in what's become a tight game. And strike called there. That pitch able to loop down and touch the zone. That's Caleb Smith. Definitely one of the key guys in this Cowboys bullpen. Nelson gets a piece, fights it off. Able to stay alive. As Gore will have to go back to first base. He was off and running after Nelson made contact. And swings through that one. Strike three, a big one for Caleb Smith. Doesn't get Gore, but able to get Brandon Nelson, and that will end the 7th. We'll head to the 8th next on Tiger Network. Welcome back to Tiger Network. It's been a good one so far. Hardin-Simmons able to battle back. So we're here for the top of the 8th inning. Clayton Jackson still out there for Trinity on the mound. And Azios up to bat. Takes that one inside for a strike. Clayton Jackson able to get some key outs and limit some of the damage staying in there. That pitch away. One pitch. And that ball low. As Jackson will have to work from behind now. It's Hardin-Simmons able to battle back. And Coach Coleman talked to us here at Tiger Network about the 5 Ps. One of them being patience, and talked about persevering through failure. And that has been an attribute shown. Able to take that, but it will be counted as a strike, so full count now. But able to keep persevering. Down 6-1 today, down 4-0 yesterday, able to battle back in both of these games, and the perseverance all over this lineup is strike 3 called. Swings through it, and Clayton Jackson able to start off this inning with a K. Big strikeout there. It'll bring up Kyle Reed. A pinch hitter, actually, instead of Kyle Reed. So it'll be Jeremy Colon from Puerto Rico. Started yesterday's game, in today in a big spot. Takes strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. Top of the 8th, these Cowboys running out of chances to get runs and get back in this game. Colon gets a piece of that one, hit to center field. Gore takes care of it. And that will be the 2nd out of the inning. Clayton Jackson able to get the fly out to center field.
Next up for the Cowboys, first baseman number 25, Sam Bukowski.
So Bukowski, last chance for Hardin-Simmons in this inning. Trying to stay alive. 2 outs. Takes that one for strike one. Jackson working that outside part of the plate well. Dotting those corners. Puchkowski gets a piece of it, and it'll be caught and handled by Ty Preston. So that will be the inning. A quick one for Trinity. So we'll stick around for a little bit here on Tiger Network. I want to dive into more of those 5 Ps that Coach Coleman talked about. First is preparation. Obviously being prepared for the game and anything you do. And then patience. And we talked about that one here. I think that's the one they've definitely shown the most, to keep persevering even when things aren't going well. He talked about how important that was, and it's shown in these 2 games particularly. And performance, making defensive plays and not giving the opponents extra opportunities. We've seen that definitely today and throughout the series as well. Hardin-Simmons really fixing their error issues that they were having. 9 errors in the previous weekend, able to limit that by a drastic amount this weekend, and not able to give Trinity free base runners. And next he talked about perspective, taking it one game at a time, and he said it's about the journey and not the process. And definitely a long season, especially in this sport. Teams playing over 40 games, usually around 50. And then not putting all your eggs in one basket as well. And then obviously performance, showing up on game day and doing what you can to win. As Hardin-Simmons, I think, have represented themselves well in this series and have represented what Coach Coleman wants them to do. So it'll be a new pitcher on the mound for Hardin-Simmons, Wyatt Tomlinson. We saw him earlier in game 1, able to close that one out in a 2-1 Hardin-Simmons win. We'll see him again trying to keep this a 2-run deficit. But it will be Kai Tinker up for Trinity. 2 for 3 today. It has 2 RBIs. The first baseman trying to get this inning off to a good start for the Tigers. And hopefully for Trinity, they hope that it will be the last inning where they get to hit, as they hope to maintain this lead. And did not get the call there. Said the pitch was high. So 2-0, Tinker working ahead. And make it 2-1, able to locate that pitch for a strike. There's Wyatt Tomlinson trying to shut down this Tigers offense. Strike called. Not so sure about that one. Said they located on the bottom part of the plate. Tomlinson will take that one. And he'll make this 2-2 pitch. Ball outside, so the count will be full. As Tinker still battling, trying to get the lead runner on for Trinity. High pitch, and that will be ball 4. Tomlinson loses him. And Tinker able to start this inning off at first base. Kai Tinker able to hang in there. As now Tanner Haney will come up to the plate. Getting his first action of the season. Did not play last weekend at all, but able to play some second base today. Tries to drop down the bunt. Tinker goes. Did they get him in time? And he's staying there, so I don't think that they did. Couldn't tell if the ump gave the signal. as it looks like he probably got him on that one, but either way, Kai Tinker is not moving from second base. So that will be a stolen base as Haney able to get this one through. Tinker staying at third, but Tanner Haney in his first at-bat of the season able to get a single and move Kai Tinker to third. As that one barely squeaks through off the end of the bat. And you saw Luke Kirkbreit clapping his hands after that one, upset he didn't make that play, but a tough one to make. So it'll bring up the first year out of California, Cal Coney, in the big spot at the bottom of the eighth, trying to get some insurance for Trinity. As that's a ball high. Coney ahead 1-0. Runners at the corners for the Tigers. Cal Coney, one hit on 3 attempts. He takes that one, but that one hit drove in a run, as he had a hit that drove in a run yesterday as well. His second game in a Tigers uniform, this time at shortstop. Tomlinson gives him a low pitch, and Coney able to take it and go ahead 3-0, in danger of losing him and loading the bases now. We'll see if Cal Coney has the green light here. I would assume he's going to take this one regardless. And he does, and that'll be strike one for Tomlinson. And swinging through that one. They're going to call it a foul tip, but either way, it's 3-2. That was Wyatt Tomlinson. They put him in these situations for a reason. Coach Coleman said we don't want him to be a wasted bullet. Used twice. Coney gets a piece of that one. We'll see where it's going to go. It'll be into right field. Tagging and scoring is Kai Tinker, so another RBI for Cal Coney. And Trinity is up 7-4. Good situational baseball by the first year, just able to hit it deep into the outfield and able to drive in the run. Exactly what you want to do. Up 2 runs, just make it 3, and you have that much a better chance of winning. So it'll be Trey Verver. Runner on first. So he tries to extend this Trinity lead. Strike called on the outside portion of the plate. Sophomore from Cedar Park, Texas. Very good defender. Still in this game for Trinity. After we saw Hunter Nevels get taken out as Verver turns on that one foul. Trust Trey Verver back there in right field and trust his arm. Very valuable in sac fly situations when they're trying to bring in runs. Trusting him to maybe be able to get some of them with his strong arm. Verver fouls that one off to stay alive. And it's Tanner Haney waiting patiently for somebody to bring him over at first base. Trinity trying to win this series. First series victory of the season is what they're trying to get. This ball taken outside. Both of these prior 2 games decided by 1 run on either side, one of them in extra innings. Trinity up 3, but it's been a good one to this point. And they're seeing the offense come back a little bit for the Tigers. Tomlinson backs off. Largest run total for Trinity this season at 7. It had been 6 against Birmingham Southern twice and yesterday. As Verver gets a piece of that one. And it goes foul. Tough to tell where it went on that angle. But Tanner Haney's going to have to make the long jog back to first base as he was already turning second. And you see on that replay, ball barely touching foul. A great replay and a great job of camera work, barely catching that baseball in the frame. So a 1-2 pitch here. After a close call, as that one nearly got down the line. And did he go? They're going to check. Yes, he did, and that will be a strikeout for Wyatt Tomlinson. Able to get the second out of this inning. As they say, Trey Verver goes around. Have another look from our center field cam. Elevated fastball, and I tend to think, yes, he did. So McNaney coming up with 2 outs, man on first. Trying to find a way to keep this inning alive. His first action of the season has a base hit. As that one low. And Haney will take second with ease. Holt not able to collect the baseball, and Haney taking advantage of that opportunity. Was going to steal anyways, does not even have to slide. He will walk into second, and there is a runner in scoring position for Trinity. As that one taken outside. We've seen that call the strike in this game. But a good take by McNaney. Base hit his last time up as junior out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. One of the few people not from Texas on this roster. McNaney fouls that one back into the net. So 2-1 now. As this at-bat just got a lot more important with Tanner Haney taking second. Trying to drive him in. A base hit would likely do that with the speed of Haney. And gets a piece of that one, but fouled off again. So Tomlinson has battled back to 2-2. Not able to hold this deficit to 2. As this is now a 3-run game. Able to get one on him to get to 7 runs on the day. But trying to get that final out to get out of this 8th inning. And good take by McNaney. Tried to get him on the slider. That's a good 2-strike pitch, but it'll be a full count now. McNaney trying to find a way to get on and turn it over to the top of the lineup and Jack Baker. McNaney drives one into right field. Haney will be given the red light at third, so he'll stay there. But Matt McNaney, another base hit, finding a way to get on base. He'll get the replay here, able to turn on this one. Tanner Haney basically almost halfway there, but a great job by Cole Antonelli to get on that baseball really fast and make the red light appear for Tanner Haney. The stop sign, no go. So Haney will stay right there at third. Runners at the corners with 2 outs, and Jack Baker and the glow stick can put Trinity in a very comfortable position here. That ball low. And Baker able to take that one. Jack has scored a run today. 2 RBIs on the season. He'll be looking for another one on this at-bat as that strike is called. As Baker gets on top of that one, play made. They go the short way, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. So Wyatt Tomlinson gives up the run, but able to get out of the jam and keep Hardin-Simmons within reach. We'll be back for the 9th on Tiger Network. And welcome back to the Alamo City. Last chance for Hardin-Simmons trying to come back in this game. Down 3 runs. Clayton Jackson back out there to close this one out. That ball high and in. Start this one. Trying to shut it down. Trinity able to get an insurance run in the bottom of the 8th. As that pitch low and away. So 2-0. It's Leatherwood getting ahead. 3 for 3 today. And swings through that one. Fastball got him. Blew it by him. So 2-1 now. Top of the 9th. Trying to shut it down. And inside edge. Strike 2 called. Took the pitch. Thought that was going to be inside, but able to touch that edge. Slider away for Clayton Jackson. That'll work this count full. The 3rd inning Clayton Jackson has been in there for. Is able to foul this one back. Is Leatherwood staying alive at 3-2. Trying to find a way to get on and start a rally for Hardin-Simmons. And gets on top of that one. Play made by Calcone. Throw the first. Not in time. Able to reach. Leatherwood 4 for 4. That'll be an infield hit. The speed of Leatherwood, a good 90. And he's able to reach. As you'll see this one, not that close. Able to clearly get to first. Just a slow throw. Coney focusing on not letting that one get away. So that'll bring up Bryson Holt. Had a key hit last time he was up. Has a man on first now, top of the 9th. As Leatherwood was able to reach. Leatherwood 4 for 4 on the day. Definitely one of the better Cowboys hitters today. That ball high. Leatherwood will stay where he is, even though McNaney checked on him. So 2-0 pitch. And swings through it. First strike is a fastball. Able to blow it by him. And it'll be 2-1 as Clayton Jackson is battling back. Able to take that one, go up 3-1. Wondering if that one was going to drop as a breaking ball. Did not. Bryson Holt able to stay off of it. And he is in control of this at-bat, up 3-1. And ball 4. So Jackson loses them. As there is action in the Tiger bullpen. 2 pitchers warming up, but Jonathan Newman, the man they might look to take over if Clayton Jackson can't finish this one off quickly. He has let the first 2 batters reach. One of them on an infield hit. Not able to make the play in time, and then just walked Holt. So now Ellington up to try and continue this. He represents the tying run for Hardin-Simmons. It's their ability to come back not very questioned, and McNaney will go for a visit. And we'll see who's going to join him, whether it's going to be Tim Scannell or Dave Smith. And that will be Dave Smith, and he will take the baseball. So it's going to be Jonathan Newman time here in San Antonio, Texas, as he'll look to shut this thing down and give Trinity its first series win of the season. And welcome back on Tiger Network. Jonathan Newman looking to shut this rally down. Has the three-run lead. 2 men on. As that pitch high and in. As 1-0 count here. Strike called on that outside edge. Jonathan Newman will take it. As that one looked questionable to me. So 2-1. Nick Ellington, first batter Jonathan Newman faces. As that one low. And 3-1. In danger of loading the bases and advancing 2 runners into scoring position. Gets a piece of it, fouls it off, and that will bring up a full count. So Jonathan Newman, an opportunity to get the first out of the inning for Trinity. Trying to find a way to hang on to this 3-run lead. Is that insurance run looking ever important? As it is the tying run instead of the leading run up to plate. And strike 3 called. Borderline pitch. Hardin-Simmons not happy about it. But Jonathan Newman gets the K either way. As that one looked low to me. Good frame by Matt McNaney, but either way, it goes in the books as a strikeout. And the first out of the 9th. Big call. As a little bit of a deflating thing to happen for Hardin-Simmons' rally. And high ball there. Makes it 1-0. Luke Kirkbright, second baseman. 0 for 2 today. Has drawn some walks. As that one is away. Yeah, 1 walk drawn for Kirkbright. Also an RBI. That one fouled off, and it'll be out of play. So 2-1 pitch. Tension's high here in Trinity, Texas. As these fans want their Tigers to shut this thing down, though the people from Abilene have different ideas. High pitch there. That'll bring it to 3-1 again. So the second straight time Jonathan Newman has fallen behind by this amount. Was able to battle back and get the strikeout last time. We'll see what he can do this time. In danger of loading the bases and putting the leading run on. Gets a piece of it, and that will go foul. So 3-2, another full count. Second straight time Jonathan Newman and a batter have dueled and gotten this far. Three-two pitch. Gets a piece of it. That's going to get to the outfield and makes the play. Tanner Haney, the second baseman, going all the way back and calling that one. And the Trinity Tigers are 1 out away from a series victory against Hardin-Simmons, as Cole Antonelli will try to keep HSU alive. The teeth of this Hardin-Simmons lineup. Antonelli grounds one. Haney gets it, makes the play. A good stretch. And they're going to say he's safe. They're going to say Tinker came off the bag. We'll see on the replay what happened. Good play by Haney. The throw going to lead Tinker a little astray. And it looks like he got him to me. Either way, not much you can do about that. Looked like Kai Tinker kept his foot on the bag. That will load the bases. So now it'll be Colby Seltzer representing the leading run for Hardin-Simmons. What a turn in this game. And strike one called. Went with a breaking ball. With a loop down and get ahead. As what a tough call at this point in the game. It looked like Kai Tinker kept his foot on the bag. Not to be. The bases are loaded. Newman, oh, away, nearly hit him. Gets out of the way. Seltzer does. So that'll bring it to 1-1. And strike two called. Down the middle, taking it with Seltzer. And one strike away for Jonathan Newman to collect a save in a big spot. Two outs, 1-2 pitch. Here we go. Outside, and he'll stay alive. As you see this Tigers dugout, really wanting that first series victory. The difference between going into that series against Babson, 4-2 versus 3-3. Here we go. Fouls it up. It's popped up. Play potentially made, and it's caught by Jack Baker, and that's going to do it. Oh, an athletic play by the third baseman, getting the start today, and that will be a winner for the Trinity Tigers. Able to win this series 7-4 in Game 3. All close games as the Tigers get out of trouble. You'll see the replay of this Jack Baker catch. Reads it wrong at first, able to spin around and catch that ball to end this game. As Trinity now 3-3, able to take this series after dropping Game 1. Each game entertaining, bases loaded. Jonathan Newman able to get the soft contact and get out of it, and his defense making a play behind him. Trinity finding a way, but as always, making it very interesting as they are the Cardiac Cats. Well, that's it for us here on Tiger Network. I'm Cole Isaacson, happy to bring this one to you. Trinity a winner, 7-4 from San Antonio.
I'm San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg. I am a Trinity University alum, and I want you to know about my passion for these two vibrant communities. My alma mater is now a nationally recognized liberal arts university, offering fully integrated arts, humanities, STEM, and professional programs. Grounded in the liberal arts, Trinity graduates students who think critically, act meaningfully, and contribute confidently throughout their careers. As for San Antonio, Trinity is an oasis in the heart of a city that serves as a cultural bridge to the Americas. We are a diverse community that values inclusion and welcomes intellectual curiosity and spirited debate. We're a city that challenges convention and welcomes new ideas. Great things are happening at Trinity University, in San Antonio, and through all our connections to our multicultural world. Join me in being part of this exciting moment.